Yo, so I'm finding these new little story times. I want to see how they perform on his channel if you're rocking with it.
Like,
RDC
I'm a
World
top worst
Mark
employee
tells
in
a
the
story
world.
about how he quit every job. I low key be watching their streaming on their game stuff, and I be loving this stuff almost as much as their skits. Some of the clips is better than the skits. So
Nah, Jay
if y'all rocking with, it, I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
this
nah,
going.
Jay
If
is
not,
funnier than me.
we'll do
You
something.
the funniest
else.
employee I've ever heard
A
about.
little test, you know.
God
Call me
said,
sorry, Jay, but you was sorry.
I was sorry. God said, the only reason why God made me a YouTuber is because he knew I wasn't gonna work another job. I'm trying to tell people, I hold
Mark
every
is
job I ever
hilarious,
worked at. I'm talking about once I got paid, I walked out, clear out every job. I'll tell y'all, I worked at Walmart for 3 days. 3 days I worked at Walmart.
This your highlight. This is an astonishing performance. That nigga completed the orientation that was done.
No, wait. I completed orientation at Walmart, and then on the first day,
I can't act like I haven't had a job before that I walked out after orientation. I can't act like that ain't happened to me too. But this ain't about me, it's about Mark. Let's go. If you've ever, matter of fact, this might be a good way to learn my audience. Comment below what was the quickest you ever quit a job? Tell me the story below. I'll read them. Let me know what was your funniest work experience of quitting a job. I walked out on the, you feel me, orientation.
I was working, man. It was hot as a bitch pushing baskets. I was out there, I was pushing baskets.
Oh, I worked.
And I came back
carts,
in,
man.
and I was like, oh,
winter.
break right now. And they said, no, break in an hour. And in my head, I said, oh, I'm finna quit. So that's what I said in my head. So then, an hour went by, and I was pushing baskets. It was like 98 out there, boy. And I was putting the baskets. I said, damn, it's hot. And I said, bro, I can't do this no more, bro. So when I pushed the last basket, and I went to go to lunch, I got my car and I went home, and I never came back. I just got my car and left right at lunchtime. It wasn't even halfway through the day, man. I feel bad.
Memories.
I don't care.
I gotta get
Mark living a savage life.
Yeah, I told him I gotta get something out my car. I went right to my car, because you're not supposed to leave on lunch. I said, I gotta get something out my car. I got that bitch starting. I pulled out the
I'm gonna keep it tough, bro. I worked at grocery stores before, and I have the opposite story of him. I was working at this grocery store in the winter. So it was freezing, bro. Pushing carts through snow, nah, man. Slipping on black ice, like, nah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. A couple times I wanted to walk out on that joint. I don't know how long I worked there either.
Hey, man.
This just gives me memories. It reminds me.
I ain't never go back to that Walmart. I never went back to that Walmart, bro. Not even to shop at that bitch. I never went back to there. And then
What was it?
it was the one in
Teasley
Denton.
right?
It was the hood Walmart. I fucking told them niggas not to make me work there. I said, no, let me work at the good Walmart on the right side. Them niggas, I go to work first day. I said, man, why am I at this hood shit? Come on.
Wait. Didn't you?
If there's two Walmarts in the city, there's always a more hood one.
Yeah, I said, Calvin, I said, my nigga, we drove back. I said, I gotta get my check, though. I did work 4 days, 3 days and a half. I need to get my check. Calvin walked up in there, and they said, he said, hey, yeah, y'all got the check from Mark. And they gave him the check, bro. I know they was hot, bro. I ain't not go back in there,
That check was for $45,
got the
man.
hell, he walked out, he was rolling. He said that nigga was hot. He said they was
Bro,
hot.
y'all gotta remember, minimum wage was like nothing. I guarantee you when he was working, because I'm thinking back when I was, minimum wage was so less than it is now. And I know the price of life has gone up in inflation, but still, when you see that number and you like, nigga, I'm getting $6 for this. Nah, I'm out.
You just said there was a hot boy. I'm trash, though. I quit so many
I love these
Hey,
little
there was
stories,
a job
man.
called Deco.
It's taking
and
me
they said
back.
work 6 to 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I went up there, and I didn't get picked the first day because it was like a work on something. So I didn't get picked the first day. Second day, I didn't get picked. Third day, I got picked. And then I don't know why. I woke up at 6 a.m. and everything. I got there, got picked, and I just walked out. I said, I don't feel like doing this shit today. I went back to the car.
Bruh, it's some people are just not meant to work 9 to 5 jobs. I promise you. And you could clearly see that he's been doing YouTube and he's like a content creator. You could tell, bro. That's how I was too. In all my jobs, I quit. I think have I ever been fired? If I ever got fired as one job, trust me. But trust me, I've had every job you could ever have, bro. I've had, boy, You gotta remember, I'm African, so I couldn't just not have a job in my household. That wasn't going down, bro. I worked everywhere. Maybe I'll tell a story time.
I went back to sleep, bro. I didn't even start that job. Dude.
I feel his pain,
I'm horrible, bro. Only job I stayed at.
I'm just blessed.
Only job I stayed at was a movie theater.
I swear, the only better feeling than when you apply for a job and get it is when you don't go to it. I know that sounds like some crazy. Just having your freedom back, like, I don't want to do this. It's a great feeling, bruh. But if you feel like that when you work a 9 to 5, maybe get into content creation. Maybe you more of an artist than you are.
And it was pretty fun. But until
there's work in this though.
All right, y'all. Big Hero 6 came out. I remember the line was long. And these kids, they was on the way out. Badass kids. I almost whooped their ass in front of their parents. But they're badass kids. One of them was walking out with an icy. And I promise y'all, he grabbed his ice and he just stuck that hole in the wall. The nigga said, "Nah." I said, "You got me fucked up." I said, "I don't know why you did that, because I promised to God I ain't cleaning that up." So this is exactly what I did. And that white girl, there was this white girl, she was younger than me, bro.
Yo, Mark could have a podcast, bro.
I don't know
RDC.
why. She was like a year younger than me, but she was my manager. So every time she tell me to do something, I'm looking at her like,
you was a prodigy.
No, she was.
The last job, bro, I could do this for an hour. The last job I had, my manager it was the first time my manager was younger than me. And I was like, you know what? I'm okay. I just can't take orders from you. I'm sorry, man. It's something where you get orders from somebody, especially if it's a dumb order, you look at them like, yeah, I can't work here no more, bro. Let's really double down on this music and let's see what this YouTube talking about, because I ain't going, nah.
I was 17. I was like 21.
About to go get that.
That's
you
what it
go
was.
get
I was
that,
in college. I said, every time she told me to work, like do something, I'd be like, nigga, you 17. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Nigga, you can't tell me what to do. What are you talking about? So I just didn't take that job seriously. And then there was this other white girl up there. And like, y'all, I worked in like a white neighborhood. It was next to my college at UNT. It was like 30 minutes away. That was the only AMC job I could get. So when I walked in there, they treated me like a fucking African king, because no other black people work there. No other black people work there. It's like I feel like all the little white girls had a crush on me or something. They did everything for me. I didn't have to work at all. Like this nigga.
What you mean?
He walked out the theater, bro. And nigga said, "Blah!" He threw up. I said, "Who's supposed to clean that up? I'm not cleaning that nigga throw up." And I just was looking at it. It was my jurisdiction. I was supposed to clean it up. I was looking at it, and the white girl, she said, "You want me to get it?" I said, "Yeah." And she went up there and cleaned that
Perks,
up.
you feel me? Hey.
And she was like, "Oh no,
400 years in racism, Jim Crow, all horrible. Yeah, but there's some perks, you feel me? In this melanin magic. Let's get it.
I'm telling y'all, man.
There's plenty perks, actually. Let me not say some. There's plenty perks. Lots of struggles, but plenty perks. For real. Love my skin.
I had fun on
you talking about?
That nigga said African king. They really was treating me like an African king.
Yeah, T'Challa, rest in peace.
That nigga told me he quit Walmart in 3 days, but I think that was probably one of the hardest laughs I've had, bro.
I did AMC wrong too, because they said after a month I worked there.
I never worked at a movie
the motherfucking general manager, he was like, "Hey Mark, if you keep working like this, maybe you can become a general manager here too." And he was like, he said, "Yeah, because I've been working here for 15 years." I said, 15 years? I quit. I quit because that nigga had me fucked up. I don't know why he thought I was going through college to work
didn't they tell you, bro? Didn't they tell you they made you go to like a mandatory meeting and you had to stay?
No, that was the last straw. Like, I already made up my mind to quit after he told me 15 years. But when I walked into, they said mandatory meetings at 6 a.m. And then they put my they put my work shift at 9 after the meeting. I said, what you talking about? 9 to, bro, it was like 9 to 6. And I said, but you want me to go up there at 6 first? I said, okay.
They want that nigga to work a whole day, 6 to 6. Quit.
What you think I did? At 6 a.m. after that mandatory meeting, they said, you might as well stay here since you got to work in like an hour. I said, okay, let me just go to my car and get something. Out that bitch. I ain't sitting there.
Out. Hopped in the whip. Pilt out. Hopped in the,
That's a scheme.
Up in the wham. Pilt out. I'm not mad at you at all.
Them corporations do that.
Bro, I swear, I've told people, like, my last couple jobs I had, I never really took my job super serious, but I stayed at jobs for a long time. But because I always knew I wanted to be a rapper, entertainer. Like, I didn't want, that's not what I wanted. I used to tell my managers that, bro. Like I worked at Jersey Mike's for a little bit, and I remember, shout out to my manager in there. He still supports me to this day. He's a real one. But I literally had to just pull him to the side he pulled me to the side one day and be like, because, locally I was big, musically. I'm big when I lived in Nebraska. People know who I am. So I would have fans coming through. I would have people be like, nah, I want Scru to make my sandwich. And then that's when I was like, you know what? It's about to get out of here. I remember my manager pulled me to the side and said, hey, nigga, you don't want to be here, huh? Might as well go ahead and go pursue that. You feel me? And I really like him for that. I respect him for doing that. And my Pizza Hut. Bro, the best job I ever had was a Pizza Hut delivery guy. I loved that job. That was the last job I had before my YouTube. No, it wasn't. That's like my second to last job I had before YouTube. And boy, was that a job. I love that job.
Any nigga don't believe me, you must not know me, bro. I'm telling you, I quit every job and I never quit. I never quit like, hey man, I quit. I just walked out that bitch.
Yeah, no,
wow,
I quit like every job I ever been in.
I don't need to tell you nothing.
Yo, I hope y'all rocking with this because I want more of these story times. And maybe we'll even react to their game footage. I don't know.